Where was the pain, Jameis?
Yeah, just pain. It was pain everywhere. So we got to keep on pushing through and being resilient.
Saquon Barkley. I swear, Saquon Barkley is the best. Right? We survived the Giants, and now the Eagles got Saquon Barkley. Lord have mercy, man.
Ball and lines it down the field. Caught by Cribbs at the 8-yard line, up the middle 10. He's to the 20. He's to the 25, 30, 35, 40. He's down the sideline, 50. I think he's going to go. He's to the 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Joshua Cribbs.
Bam, baby, we're back, Walter. It's week 10, bro. What's up?
Man, I can't believe it, man. I'm starting to get sad, man. We're past the halfway point.
I know, dude. It's coming. It's the end is coming. But hey, we'll have a lot of. I can't wait for the Thanksgiving slate. It's probably my favorite slate of the year. So yeah, super hyped for that. How you been, man? Tell the people what's going on with you and everything going on down at Brave Bird News on YouTube.
Yeah, man, I'm feeling good. Things are going good, dabbling in mostly at this point NFL, but just have a lot of things going on. You can check me out over there. I've been pushing more towards the shorts. You know, I have kids, so I know that younger people just love a quick hit. So I put out a lot of shorts as much as I do just, long form videos now.
Yeah, man. If you guys haven't checked out, he always usually does for the showdown slates. Super helpful. This past week, I followed your what's that guy's name? Number 12 for the Broncos.
Pat Bryant? Was it Pat Bryant?
Bryant. Damn, Pat Bryant could have won me a lot of money this week. I mean, I was just absolutely fading Brock Bowers. I was all in on Pat Bryant, Tyler Lockett, Michael Mayer.
Yeah.
Dude, and just the defenses, double defenses, again, just destroying us on these showdown slates, man. I need to hang up the showdown cleats for good. I usually get creamed every showdown, but
well, you saw how a couple weeks ago, man, I was in first place at halftime, but it just melted away, man. It melted away.
Dude, I know you were hot there for a while. You almost had the nuts too. Yeah, that was a crazy slate. But yeah, dude, glad you're doing good, man. The people been wondering where you're at, so we're glad you're back. They were ready for Brave Bird, but last week I had some family in, so couldn't make last week's shows any. But we're back here for week 10. We're hyped. We're gonna bring you guys some real fantasy heat tonight. Yeah, let's go ahead and kick this baby off with our first game. I'll switch this over to here. And our first game of the week, we have the Bills at the Dolphins. 50-point total. What do you got here, Brave Bird? What's Josh Allen running? 14. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely like Josh Allen and Cooks. And then, I mean, man, Kincaid went off last week, didn't he?
Yeah, I was all over him, and it didn't matter. It did. I had 62% Dalton Kincaid last week, and it did not matter apparently. So thanks. Shout out Brock Bowers dropping a 50 burger on top of our head, and he came out with a goose egg, which I knew he was going to do too the other Thursday
last night. Yeah.
Like, yep. I said I'm not tailing that on a short week. No thanks, Gino. He wrote back last night to Sean Payton and that defense. So, what did he throw? Like 3 picks, was sacked at least 8 times. That I remember. I quit watching after the third quarter.
Yeah, it was a tough game to watch.
It was terrible, man. It was so bad. But we will not. We won't talk too much about that anymore. We'll go ahead and say, like you said, you like Josh Allen here at 14%. Yeah, I mean, it's a good play, right?
Yeah, I mean, because they don't give up. He's going to keep his foot on the pedal, regardless. They're not going to take it off the pedal. They're not one of those teams. So, I mean, obviously you worry about a blowout. I mean, what's the spread? I'm sure it has to be 10 or something ridiculous.
It's 9, I think.
Okay.
9-point spread. So,
yeah,
it's a pretty good spread. The Dolphins got up and got after him there in Buffalo, and Tua was playing Tua ball there earlier in the year. So, yeah. But I don't know how much I love Josh Allen. I know Devon Achan's pulling a lot of ownership in this game too. James Cook, I don't know if I want a lot from this game, Braver. I just feel like this is kind of a fuddy-duddy game, man. The Bills coming down there to Florida, so they're kind of at a slight disadvantage. I don't know, man. 14% seems like a lot.
Yeah, I can definitely agree. I mean,
What does he
we'll
have to
talk
get
about
you
it.
there?
There's a lot of play down options at quarterback. So
Oh yeah.
this
You know
week,
we love our Dollar General quarterbacks, man. We'll rock with them all year. Shout out to Jacoby Brisket every week at $4,400. Keep on giving me 23 points. I'll take it. Probably not going to happen this week though. I'm not too totally in on him this week. I don't think. James Cook is probably my if I'm not going to play Allen, and I do like this game, I'm probably going to rock a James Cook at 14% ownership, around the same as Josh Allen. Just steamroll Josh Allen, with a 3 rushing touchdown game, and just put this thing to bed, like there in Carolina against this terrible rush defense. I feel like they're probably want to look ahead to spot. Who do they have next week? Do you know the Bills? Don't think. Yeah, I don't know. I think I like James Cook. I don't want to go back to my Kincaid play. He's a good play, but I think he's priced up too. Yeah, 43. That's what he was. He was like 41 last week, so not too terribly priced up, but just for him to hit, I just feel like they got to be pushed, and I don't see it really in this game. I could see this game going under. Really, it's the
yeah.
highest
Now
late.
I will say my Brave Bird special was an insane pick, but I'm telling you, I'm just putting it out there whether it works or not. I like Ollie Gordon, man. They've been giving him more of the ball. I know he's questionable at the time of this recording, but going up against that Bills run defense, I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy. Definitely kind of a showdown pick, but I like Ollie Gordon.
$4,400. I mean, yeah. I mean, if he gets in the box, he's almost serviceable. You know what I mean? If everybody else kind of fails, which I tend to think a lot of chalk fails this week. I don't think it's a chalk. I think you're going to have to get creative this week, really, especially with the running back position, because there's zero value there. I see 2 people that I like, and maybe 3. That I think has high upside. But I don't know. Like you said, Ollie Gordon, if you're going to take a flyer, I don't like H-N. Do you? 26% ownership on H-N.
I mean, yeah, this is a tough week for that. No, I'm not. I'm not the biggest fan of H-N. I never want to bet against him.
Right.
But I would pay 100 more for Cook. I mean, when it's that close, I would just pay 100 more for Cook.
I would just go to Cook too, like you said. The script follows him better in that game, if Vegas has this right. I don't know about Tua and the Dolphin gang. Like some weeks they'll come out and against the Lions. I mean the Falcons, like you said, but I don't know. I don't trust them really much. I mean,
I agree.
It's kind of a mad game for me. I don't even know if I'm that. It's just so spread out on Buffalo. It's hard to pinpoint it. Like if I'm going to do it, like you said, I'm going to take James Cook and maybe the Bills D if they're cheap, and they're not even cheap, and they're the most expensive D on the slate. I'm good on that too. I don't like. Just no for me pretty much from this game. Now this one's even nastier. This is a 37-point total. You got the Jags at the Texans. You got any interest in Davis Mills, huh?
You're testing me, huh? You were testing me. I like that test.
40, was he 4,500? I don't hate it.
I mean, to me, the most interesting thing is, Brian Thomas is out, and then you now have Jacoby Myers. So I like Washington. I like Washington because of the chemistry with Lawrence and Jacoby Myers, but I don't know, man. I agree. This is a nasty game.
Yeah, it's another stinker on the slate. Like I can almost exit out. Yeah, he's not even priced down either. Parker Washington's 4,700.
Yeah,
he's probably a little expensive. I think he probably should be about 4K. But yeah, I mean that's probably the only decent. What's Nico at? That's kind of interesting for tournaments. Nico at 10%, $6,700 is. I mean, the Jags have been kind of a pass funnel.
I just don't trust Mills.
Yeah, like you said. I mean, but one positive note on that though is it is wide receiver 1. So I feel like if anyone's getting targeted in this game, it's going to be Nico Collins. I could see him walking away with like 11 targets, kind of like a more cashy game play. I don't think the ceiling's there with Davis Mills, like you said. I don't think he could put up 30. So probably
Dalton Schultz. This is a good matchup for him, and a lot of times inexperienced quarterbacks like their tight ends. So
Yeah, 36. He's kind of expensive too, though.
Yep.
He should be like 3K, 3,200 with Mason Taylor, Hawkinson range. Kind of expensive there too, but yeah, no, not much from this game either, man. Like you said, I kind of like the Jags defense, but they'll probably be chalk too.
Yeah.
They were cheap. Yeah, they're 8% ownership, so they're kind of chalk. Yeah, just no, really, other than the Jags D for me. Not interested in Lawrence. Are you?
No.
Yeah, I'm not either. At $5,100, no. I'll just play Davis Mills if I'm going that low.
Yeah. There are too
Or
many better
Tua.
options than Lawrence. There's too many.
Yeah. I don't know what's up with that pricing on Jacoby Brissett, but every week they keep. I guess they think Kyler's coming back, but that doesn't seem to be happening.
I'll take it.
So you have almost the same identical turd game here with the Jets at the Jets. I mean the Browns at the Jets. 37-point total. What do you got here? Do you like Quinshon Judkins? I think that's kind of sneaky. 9%, so it's not too sneaky.
I don't know, man. With the weather, I think that with the weather potential, I like the defense. I think both defenses are very interesting.
Yeah, I like the Browns D every week. I still
Yeah.
think they're elite. Probably pulling good ownership though, 11%. So yeah, they're the chalk on the week.
What about the
Rightfully
Jets?
so. Do what?
What's the Jets defense look like? What's their ownership?
It's got to be low, 4%. So 2,800. Yeah, I kind of like the Jets move there too. I don't think they're. I mean, I guess they did kind of just trade away their whole defense, but
Yeah.
I don't know. Just kind of another stinker game. Like, I think there's better games. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm not gonna argue with that.
Who's under helm there? Fields at 5,200. No ownership.
He's so boomer bust. Yeah, he's so boomer. I mean, he's won milli makers before. We know he's made people rich before.
Dude, Superman Fields. I mean, when he's crying in his closet, just putting on a game for him, showing up. Yeah, if he starts, I don't mind it in tournaments. 5,200.
No.
I'm not going to hate it. I don't hate playing. I mean, I hate kind of playing against that Browns D, but do I think Justin Fields could possibly run one and throw one and get you 40 or 50 on the ground? Maybe.
Yeah, from
That's
a
kinda what
tournament
you're
perspective, I'll never hate on Fields. I mean, in real life, I would never want him as my quarterback in real life, but he can work on.
The Jets don't either. They want Tyrod.
They do, I know.
So, yeah, that should speak for itself for the quarterback room there. Yeah, we'll kind of get. I mean, I like Judkins.
Yeah.
What about Brees Hall at 6K? No,
That's a tough matchup, man.
9%. Yeah, tough. Like you're saying, dude, just tough. Just a tough game all around. I like the defenses, like you said. We'll go ahead and get off that game. Those are terrible. Now, these are more interesting games here. Giants at the Bears, 47-point total. Are you going back to the Caleb well here?
I mean, he's looked really. We talked about it offline. He's looked really good. I mean, the question is, I know we don't want to jump around. Do you pay up for Baker Mayfield at 6,200? Do you pay down for Goff at 5,900? I mean, that's the question. But I don't hate Caleb Williams. He's looked really good at times recently.
Right. Yeah, I don't mind Caleb in tournaments. I think I kind of like Dart better.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Probably a higher floor with Dart too, with the rushing touchdown ability. But Caleb's been catching touchdowns, so
I know, right?
Who knows about that game? Yeah, I kind of like. What about the running backs here? Are you interested in any of these guys?
Yeah, I think, but you see on DraftKings, they're talking about that hot hand for Swift and Manungai, so that makes me nervous. The hot hand thing that coaches say that could really screw you.
All right, yeah, 1% ownership though for Manungai. I mean, he kind of has the hot hand, right? Just ran for 176 yards.
Yeah. Then I mean, he looks better than Swift eyeball test, definitely. So, I mean,
at this stage of his career, I mean, Swift is pretty terrible. So,
not going to argue with that.
No, he's all right. I don't want to say he's terrible. He's all right. I mean, he's just, like you said, he's an all right running back, and they should be both $5,600. I don't understand why DeAndre Swift 6K. That makes no sense. He's not worth 6K, I don't think.
But yeah, to answer your
6,100.
question, I'm not interested in Tracy or Singletary. I'm not interested. So it would be Monunga if it was anybody.
Yeah, I like Monungai again, dude. Like last week, I told you, man. I said
You
I'm
did.
playing 100% Monungai. You had to. I mean, the spot was too good. You know what I mean? You didn't want to. I didn't want to mess that one up, so I locked him in all my lineups. But yeah, Monungai this week's kind of interesting. I think people will kind of flock to Swift. I don't think
Ooh,
people will chase. I don't think they're going to chase Monungai because of what you're saying with the hot hand effect. So I'm kind of playing the field here a little bit. I think I don't mind going back to Monungai. I think he could get another 100 yards rushing, probably pretty easily against this Giants team who's kind of terrible. We've seen
yeah.
Saquon destroy him on the ground. Who'd they play last week? The
Mm.
Giants. Let's see here. Who did they play last week?
They don't buy.
No, they played. I played dart like last week. They played the 49ers. Yeah. CMC ran for 100 and a touchdown.
106.
I
Yeah.
think everyone they faced this year has pretty much ran for, and I think Kyle Monunga is legit talent too. Just a tough runner, man. He's a down and dirty back.
Yeah.
So yeah, I like Monunga again at 1%. I don't think that's right. He's probably like 7. If I had to put a price tag on it, his ownership, it's probably more like 7%. I think Swift could creep up though at maybe like 12 to 14. But yeah, I like Monungai. I don't know if I like Caleb, like you said. There's some better options there, and we'll get to those games because those are my favorite games of the slate. Yeah, not getting a much Caleb. What about a Dunze in the gang?
Man, he screwed people last week, man.
He absolutely murdered me last
Oh
week,
my
dude. He took me to the
goodness.
cleaners.
That's
Yeah, I had him.
scary.
I ran I ran a lot of Adunze, just singles. But yeah, didn't have any of the other guys with it. Yeah, he killed me last week, but I don't hate it this week. The Giants kind of like to play man, so I think Rome's actually pretty good against the man. So
Yeah.
yeah, I like Rome Adunze again at 6K. He'll pull no ownership.
What about Robinson? If you like dark, do you like Robinson? Wandale?
Wandale?
Yeah.
Not at his price. Not at
Okay.
5,300. I'll play Slayton. I
Oh.
mean, how does Wandale get there though? You know what I mean? At 5,300, he's got to outdo Shaheed, Shakir, JMO, Parker Washington. I think he should be priced where Parker Washington is in all reality. But since he's wide receiver 1, yeah, I don't like it. I like Slayton a little bit better at 43. I'll just pay down for Slayton if I do want to get a Wandale. And I probably won't play any Wandale. Yeah, what else do we got in that game? We already said not really interested in Singletary or Tracy. Dart is fun.
Yes.
Again, 5,700. In a game he should be able to kind of play, but it's looking like going to be terrible weather. So that's something to take into account for too on the road. That's kind of why I like Monungai. I feel like they're just going to feed those backs there. But yeah, I don't hate Dart, just not a favorite play. Like you said, Caleb's kind of expensive. All these pieces are priced up,
Yeah.
Dunze, he's at what? 6K, 55 for DJ Moore. So it's like Loveland's even at like 4K, which was insane. $4,100. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Not
somebody who
paying
didn't
them.
watch the game is going to think he went off, but there was just one play. There was just one
That
missed
was
tackle.
That was one missed tackle by the most terrible defense in the NFL. And yeah, you're not going to get that again this week. So I hate to
No.
break the news to you guys.
That was one missed tackle.
Tyler Warren is still a better tight end than Colson Loveland. Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Colts fleeced him on that one. So yeah, we'll go and jump to the next game. We got the Pats at the Bucks. Like you said, you love Baker Mayfield, I'm assuming this week.
Yeah, if I had in that price range, I mean, you look at his stats and it's kind of shocking. He actually looks better. He's been trending in the wrong direction, and I hate that. And I think maybe it's just the injuries.
A lot of that is the injuries, man.
But then I think about it, I'm like, do you just pay up for Drake May, obviously, who's looked good and had the stats?
Right, Drake May. Yeah, what is he at 64?
Yeah.
64. I don't know, man. That's just a lot for that guy. He's good though. He's going to get you 20 at least.
Yep.
He's got that high floor. Just I don't know about that price. That's the only thing concerning me. I don't even know if I like Baker really. He seems priced up too, right?
Yeah, I mean, I told you, I spoiler alert, I think this is a play down, week with all the injuries and everything. But yeah, if you want to go in that range, I think, Drake May is a good option.
What about the receivers from this game? So we got no Booty this week. We got Pop Douglas.
You like saying that, didn't you, man? You want to
I mean, he might be down there with Terry Rozier and the gang on the gambling side of things. So I don't know. No, he actually dropped it in a Discord chat. So that was funny. He posted like his injury status in a Discord chat. So
Wow.
yeah.
I like Pop Douglas. I like how Pop Douglas. I like him if you're going to play a Drake May at 4,000.
He's at 4K.
I think he is Douglas.
Yeah, 4K for Pop Douglas at 4%. Yeah, I think that's a decent play. No Booty.
Yep.
I think they got to throw the ball a lot. My favorite, like, kind of first look on the slate, and even kind of now, ownership and everything, is a pretty daggone good play this week, I think, is Hunter Henry. 8% though, so ownership's kind of keeping him in check, I think. I don't think that's right. Probably more like 5%. I think people would either get to like you said, a Schultz or a Theo Johnson,
I mean, Hunter Henry has won me a good amount of money over the years. I mean, when whatever quarterback gets laser, hooked on him, he usually gets multiple touchdown games a lot of times. So.
Right. When he hits, he usually hits for like 22, and you want to have it.
Yeah.
I don't mind Hunter Henry. I think he's a pretty good play. What about their backs from this situation?
I mean, man, Henderson's had all the chances to do it, but I don't know, man. Game script, what's going on? I mean, he had a perfect game script against my Falcons.
Yeah, I don't think he's legit.
Yeah.
I mean, they still have not canned Stevenson, so he's hurt. He's out this week.
Yeah.
I don't like Travion, like you said. What about Rachaad White at 64? Oh my gosh. Why is Rachaad White $6,400? Can someone explain this at DraftKings for me?
I don't know, man. He has a tough matchup and he's trending in the wrong direction.
This could almost be a guarantee stay away spot for me this week. Rachaad White, not in love with that either. I think you're right.
Another thing we talked about before. I know you have some comments on it, but I would just pay down to Rico Dottle.
Yeah, that's our next discussion here in this next game, and we'll jump to it. Any interest in the defenses? You like the Pats D?
Not in this situation.
I think it's just a tough situation. I mean, he's Buka's 17%.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't know. That's just a little expensive. I kind of like Cade Otton at 39, 7%. I think that's a decent way to get into this game too. Target should be there.
He's on the rise after a very sluggish start to the season.
Yeah, with all the games that last year when he was in, and he was actually doing really well. There was no Godwin or Mike Evans, so those were the games that he kind of performed a lot better. I think a lot more targets going his way. So I don't hate Cade Otton. Nothing else though. What is Sean Tucker at?
Ooh, you're getting real frisky, man.
40.
I mean, he has broken slates before.
Yeah, Sean Tucker won a million maker last year.
Yeah, he sure did, man.
I think he went for like 20 points or something like that at Stoneman 4,600. So that was pretty crazy. But he's not even Stoneman this week, 4,900. I mean, maybe I don't hate it. I kind of like Montgomery better above him at 5K. Like that's probably one of my favorite plays of the week at the running back spot. We'll get to that game in a minute because that's probably my favorite game of the week. But we'll jump to this next one. Dowdle taking on the Saints, 38-point total. Home team here. What are they? 3.5-point favorite? Oh my gosh, they're 6-point favorites, heavy favorites here at home. Panthers taking on the Saints. What you got?
Yeah, I mean, I said it earlier when we talked, man. The Panthers are a different team at home. I mean, they're a better team than we all thought in the first place, but at home they're even better team. So
I don't think they're a better team. I think they're a well-coached team.
You think so? Okay.
Yeah. I think the coach has a lot to do with their success more than Bryce Young. You know what I mean? Yeah. I think Canales is probably a pretty good offensive coordinator. He's able to script the game out pretty well. Although I don't know why they're just now putting Rico back in the starting position. Like, that was just dumb. So I take that comment back. Maybe he's not the smartest coach like I'm claiming to be. Maybe it's just dumb luck. I don't know. That's how the NFL goes sometimes. But they are better off the bye. So, yeah, we like Rico Dowdle, I think. I think he almost could be a have to play at 6,300. Just, if you're not going to him, where do you go? Do you go up or down? He's kind of in that mid-range no man's land at 6,300.
Yeah, exactly. The people around. I mean, do you jump all the way up to Kyron Williams, or it's nasty. Do you go down to ETN, or we talked about Monunga? Yeah, you make a good point with that. Yeah, I don't know.
Puka Nacua, 18% ownership. What do you think? You think Kyron's a better play at 15? Stafford should be low owned, which he is. I mean, I don't know.
Every time I want to give up on Kyron Williams because they put in Corum, we talked about it. Williams has a nose for the end zone, and he delivers.
He's a pretty good 20-point every week performance usually.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Fantasy. Now, the games you need him, though, are like the 3 touchdown where he just keeps finding the end zone, which are hard to spot out for him with Puka Nacua and Devontae Adams and them slinging it with Stafford. So I don't think I want to get a lot of it, I don't know. I think I like Rico Dowdle, though. I think he's probably my favorite play. Rightfully so, 30% ownership. You can make a case that you want to knock off some ownership, and I love that because that's kind of what I like to do a lot of times. But this week, just not anybody in his range that's even comparable.
We've talked about it before. You can do chalk as long as another part of your lineup is. You can't just have a whole lineup of chalk. You can
right.
Eat, what I'm saying?
You can't. You can eat a little bit of chalk, and you can eat more in single entry than most. You can almost play a single entry, especially the higher stake stuff, like a cash build almost. But you kind of want to swing that that 3v3, 2v2 positions. Usually in wide receiver, I think is better because of variance, right? Wide receivers have a whole lot more variance than running backs do. The range of outcomes for a receiver could be 45 points, or the floor is like 6, 3, something
0.
like that. 0. Romadunze last week, they're so variant oriented. Like that's when you want to target like heavy pass scrape games. Which this week could be the week to run 3 wide receivers, 1 in the flex, or double tight end again. Double tight end is quietly optimal every week. People aren't talking about that as much. Last week was a double tight end. 2 weeks ago, it could have been a double tight end as well. No one played it, but it could have been. That's why you don't see a lot of it, because I think like 5 or 6% of the field's running double tight end in the millie. So you're just not getting a lot of people doing it. So therefore, you won't have the right number of outcomes, to produce a winner. But I do think it's very optimal because like in this price range this week, especially like punt receivers kind of terrible. I mean, Pop Douglas at 4K, JMO is like 49. So like tight ends, like there's so much value here. Like Hunter Henry, for example, like you said, he can pop for 2. Like, do I take him over a Pop Douglas any day of the week? He's $500 less. You're burning your flex position, which kind of could hinder some discussion there, I guess. But I like Hunter Henry. Double tight end's fine with me this week.
I totally agree. I mean, we didn't bring it up during the Cleveland game, but Njoku's look better. I mean, I don't like,
right.
Gabriel.
Is Fannin playing this week?
He's questionable, I think, at this point. Let's see.
Yeah, 4,200. Where's Njoku at?
He's like 3,200. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't mind Njoku then either. It seems like he likes to key in on those tight ends.
Yeah,
I think this could be another double tight end week in all reality.
100% agree.
I ran a lot of Kincaid and Laporta last week, but just didn't have enough pieces around it. I did play a lot of double tight end last week though. I didn't play enough. Played like maybe 10 or 12% Brock Bowers, so I didn't have much. Kind of killed me.
Yeah.
I was heavier on Kincaid in that game script, against the Chiefs. That's kind of what I was betting on, but that game kind of fizzled out too.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rico Dowdle, like you said, good chalk at 30%. He should be like 60%, kind of like Monungai was only 38 coming in last week.
Yep.
I thought that should have been, because you remember what was the 1 week Jordan Mason was absurdly cheap.
Like 5,500 or something, maybe.
Yeah, like 55 or 5,400, and he was like only 40% owned. So that's kind of where you're seeing chalk. Running backs. What about CMC there? No, I'm okay with that. We'll get to there. We'll get there. All right. So the next game is probably my second favorite on the week. Bills versus Vikings. Ravens versus Vikings. 49-point total. What's your thoughts on this game, Brave Bird?
I'm feeling like I should maybe dip my toe into McCarthy. He's 4,900. He's looked either good or terrible, no in between.
I played him last week, man. I liked the McCarthy last week, just coming off that bye. Yeah, he did okay. He had like 23 fantasy points, I think, last week, so nothing terrible.
You don't need a lot for 4,900, so
No, yeah, you only need 24, 24-ish points. On a week where Josh Allen doesn't murder you for 50. Yeah, guys, just FYI, if Lamar or Josh Allen goes for 45 or 50, if they go for 40, it's over anyhow. Yep. But if they go for 50, they've buried you in the dirt. There's no coming back from that. There's no optimal way around that. You know what I mean? It just doesn't happen.
Yeah.
So I kind of like to throw up a little prayer, quick on Sunday before the game, saying just, please don't let Josh Allen kill me this weekend, bury me in the ground.
Like I said, I'm biased because he is my quarterback in fantasy football, so I'm always.
Well, I have Lamar. I have Lamar in that. I guess I am kind of biased in that sense, but I like Lamar a little better, especially in this game against this Vikings team defense, who kind of showed up last week. In all honesty, got to Jared Goff a lot. I think we see a more mobile, coming off that injury with Lamar Jackson at 6,800, 9%. Probably my second favorite quarterback on the slate.
Is there any way on God's green earth that you play Justin Jefferson at 7,900?
I'll just play Addison at 54. I love Jordan Addison.
Agreed.
But I don't know. The Ravens have a pretty terrible defense, it seems like, but everyone's healthy now, so they should be a little bit better. Yeah, just kind of overpriced, right? At 79.
79.
That's a little egregious on him. He should be 76 like he was last week. I don't know.
I like McCarthy. I just don't trust McCarthy enough. It's really not a Justin Jefferson slam. It's
right.
Going to fall to him.
Yeah, and like I've told you before, they seem to love. Kevin O'Connell has like this weird red zone target tree for
Hawkinson and Addison.
For Addison specifically, at 5% ownership, I'll play Jordan Addison at $5,400 against this Ravens defense. Like this in a week where we're hunting for some value here, $5,400 seems a little cheap for Addison. I loved him at $5,900 last week.
Yeah.
Ever since he's been back, I've loved him I'll keep playing him every week. To me, it's just he's got to get in the box to make value,
He's so fast.
Not necessarily though. I think 2 weekends ago he got he had 20. He was my play of the day.
He had 24.8 points, yeah.
Yeah, and he didn't get in the box. He had 110 yards receiving or something like that. So it's possible. I just like Jordan Addison. I think he's more up and coming than Justin's kind of on his way out. I feel like I don't know, maybe not, but just seems that way. It kind of seems like from when I watch the games, that's what it seems like. But yeah, just a lot cheaper. Like I said, now, do you like Zay Flowers? Because this is a little interesting fact about me. I do not.
I mean, I've said this on my channel, man.
23%? Are you kidding me?
I would go with Andrews at what, like 36? Andrews is in the 3,000s, right?
That's probably the stack of the week right there. Single stack Lamar Jackson with Andrews, and if you want to throw in a Rashad Bateman, go ahead and do it.
Yeah.
Because usually when Lamar's out there slinging, like I watch enough Ravens games to know, if Lamar's out there slinging, dude, like Andrews probably more than likely involved.
Yes.
Either, yardage wise or a touchdown wise. We've seen it, since Lamar's been back, he's been crushing it. What do you have? 2 touchdowns or 3 touchdowns?
He's had two touchdown games. One of the few people. So that's what you're looking for.
And at his price, he's like extremely cheap this week too.
Yeah.
So it's probably my favorite tight end play on the week. $3,400 Mark Andrews, 9% ownership. That should be around 14, but come Sunday, it probably will. I think it could be. I don't know. Maybe not because of the Zay Flowers chalk. I don't know if people will triple stack that game up. If you do play Zay Flowers, that could be one way to do it. Triple him up. But I'll throw another little wrench into you here. All right, so if we're betting on this game and we want to get the pieces of this game, we like Jordan Addison, we like Lamar Jackson, we like Mark Andrews, we like probably the sneakier running back on the week. And you know what this guy's capable of. And we've all been lulled asleep by these terrible performances. Can't get into the box, but I got bad news for you guys. This Ravens offensive line is healthy, and Patrick Ricard is in that backfield. I don't think there's a team that could stop the Ravens on the ground. I know, and I know it hasn't looked like that, and I'm kind of a little bit of a homer, I guess, but we haven't seen that since that week 1 performance against the Bills with King Henry. No ownership, 9%, I think. 12% on King Henry at 68 seems too cheap for me. Yeah, I'll play a lot of Derrick Henry this week again. And I think you can play him with Lamar.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with Henry. And like we talked about, he's on that weird island of 6Ks. I have no problem with Henry. He's looked better. Like I said, we're both Marylanders. I'm not a Ravens fan, but we both live in Maryland, so we get bombarded with Commanders and Ravens. So
if you had to choose in that price range, he's in no man's land at once.
Yeah, I mean, because Bucky's out. I would pay down for Williams. I like Kyron. I would pay if I had to.
Yeah, I don't hate that. Just leverage over Puka, but I do kind of like Derrick Henry this week in a little bit sneaky spot.
Exactly.
Just kind of on the road. I don't know. I think you could and you got, this Vikings team's probably going to get up and play this week. Got a win, a big win last week there in that division. Yeah, like I said, I like Derrick Henry. I like Lamar. I like Andrews. 3 favorites there in that game. And Addison on the bring back. Not interested in. Well, I take that back. I mentioned him in my first look. Could be a flyer if he plays. Aaron Jones at 5,200 seems appealing. On a week we're looking for value.
That's crazy, man.
He was playing he had 16 fantasy points last game. So if he got in the box, he's definitely making value there at like 23, 24. Aaron Jones, I can see doing that this week against the Ravens. I like him on bringbacks, with Lamar and Andrews. So, yeah, that's going to be one of a pretty fun play there at 52. Wouldn't play it in single entry, but tournaments for sure. $5,200 Aaron Jones if he plays.
Yeah, I can't argue with that. I mean, I know your favorite play in the 5,000s is Montgomery, but outside of Montgomery, I can't argue with that at all.
Yeah, so if we'll jump over this next game, we got the Cardinals versus the Seahawks. What do you got on this game, Brave Bird? Break it down for us.
Oh man, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, man. I'm going with Jacoby Brissett, man. What's his ownership? I'm not sure what his ownership is right now, but I mean, 46. Did he go down? He's less than last week. He went down $100.
Who's that, Shaheed?
Jacoby Brissett.
Oh yeah, Brisket is 4,600 or 4,500, right? 46. No, he was 46 last week too.
Okay.
Well, he was on that Monday night game anyhow, but the week before that he was at 46 because I played a lot of them.
Okay.
You like him? You like Brisket this week?
I do. I really do. And then I know Horton is out, so I like Smith and Jigba even more. I know 8,600, man, but
dude, shout out to Torrey Horton. Here's a who, man.
Yeah,
the other night against the Commanders, 2 touchdowns. I knew that game was incoming. Hey, he binked the first touchdown for me and hit the 2 for me, so I was hyped. Torrey Horton, here's a who. I just wanted to no, the announcers never even said it. I was figuring they wouldn't shut up about it, but Torrey Horton.
I had Horton in the captain spot. I was screaming, man. I had him in the captain spot.
I played a good amount of him in the captain too. I was big on Horton. What was the nuts? I'm trying to think of the nuts on that game.
Yeah, man.
Maybe the Seahawks. No. That was against the Commanders, right? Yeah. Who's the running back for the Commanders that just absolutely split everybody's head open?
Was it Nichols?
Was it
Nichols,
no.
right?
No, McNichols was fine, but I think it was what's his face? Chris Rodriguez, I think.
Oh,
that actually got it there that week. So those are the fun showdown slates when you decide McNichols or C-Rod. So do you like my man Sam Darnold at 5,800?
Let me see. I mean, I would play down and get Dart. It's about who's around and why would Dart's just better to me, from a fantasy perspective, or play up for golf. To me, up for golf, it's just where he's at. That's the only problem.
Yeah. I don't think I'm gonna get a lot of them this week. I don't think you need to. I think you can play JSN. He's probably pulling 20%, so not kind of have a good bit there out of JSN, but reasonably so. Projected for 22. Yeah, I like Jackson Smith and Jigga this week. I kind of like St. Brown a little better at his price, $200 less, but I don't mind JSN singles here. What about on that Cardinals side? I know we played a lot of him too on the was it the Dallas game the other day. Marv at 7% ownership, $5,300. Marv and Trey McBride have been revived with an actual legitimate quarterback there. They're able to catch the ball now, apparently, because, I remember all the talk was that Marvin Harrison was terrible, and I never thought he was terrible. I knew he was an elite talent. He's kind of, I think I messaged you and said he's in his head. But, he's still a rookie in my eyes. You know what I mean? He's not there yet. But he could be. He's definitely got the talent. I think he's a good enough receiver. I like him in this game. A game that should be competitive, back and forth.
Yeah, I can't argue with that. Yeah, he looked better. It was obviously on TV. We could watch it. He looked better than he's looked previously. And like I say, yeah, just having a quarterback that doesn't play video games all week and actually looks at the tape, makes a difference.
Watching the film, yep, you're right. So this is probably one of my favorite tournament plays this week. Brand new shiny car, Rashid Shaheed. I love him when he was on the Saints. I love him when he's anywhere else on the football field. He's a guy that can punch you in the face for 150 and take you down for a touchdown. And he does it, surprisingly pretty well in a Clint Kubiak offense that he's already known. So nothing's changed. The offensive scheme's still the same there. A heavy play action. He knows the playbook. So it should not be a learning curve for him. Clint Kubiak probably personally went out there and wanted him for that offense. I think he knew that, he could probably take him to a whole nother level, unlocking JSN a little more. I don't think it hurts JSN. Do you?
No, Shaheed would eat even when Olave would be playing well. you would have games where Olave and Shaheed, still got 15 or 20 points. I don't think I think they both can eat.
Yep, and like I said, play action. So you're expecting a lot of deep passes down the
Yeah.
field. I think Shaheed's a fine play. I know you mentioned Wandale. That's when I said I'd rather have a Shaheed at 52 or K-Shack at 5 or 51. Rashid Shaheed pulling no ownership. That should come up. I don't think that's entirely correct. I think he's probably closer to like 4%, 5%. But 5,200. I think he's a pretty sharp play this week in tournaments, especially. Tight ends. Are you interested in my best buddy Elijah Arroyo, or is he more of our showdown man?
Man, I'm once again
$2,600.
You won me a little bit of guap with the Arroyo, and actually one of those games he got stopped like on the 2-yard line. Man, I was eating my hat. I know you're watching that. I was like, 2-yard,
dude. Elijah Arroyo is like a he's not a tight end. He's more of a receiver, but they put him in there as tight end for some. I guess he's because he's like 6'6", 240, but he's more of like a lean wide receiver, a bigger body receiver than he is tight end. So I don't mind him this week at 26. I just don't. I think if you're looking for a punt, like that's a punt, a viable punt. I would punt to him before I would one of like the 3K receivers,
Definitely.
But that does that game up. You got anything else to add to that? You said you like. Oh, we forgot about McBride. Sorry, I guess that's kind of a no-brainer. But 6K though, that's interesting. Do you need Jacoby Brissett if you do play McBride?
You can afford him, definitely.
Right. So that's what is that price tag? Trey McBride 6K. Yeah, that's like what 10-6. So yeah, not expensive at all. I think you need to if you do play Trey McBride.
Yep.
I think if Trey McBride goes for a ceiling game at 6K, which he'll need, he'll have to have like 22. So you're expecting at least 1 to 2 in the end zone and a couple passes. So maybe like 24, 25 realistically. Trey McBride at 6K, targets are there. Brissett loves them in the red zone. So it was not a McBride or Marvin Harrison thing. It was a Kyler Murray thing. Not finding him in the end zone.
Yeah, his targets have been off the charts. It's been insane.
17% though. So that's something to think about.
Yeah.
Heavily owned. What else do we got? That's pretty much it for that game for me. We'll go ahead and jump to this next game. My favorite game of the week, Lions versus Commanders. Dan Campbell on a comeback spot, only 8-point dog or favorites here on the road in Washington. 49 total. Go ahead and give me your spiel on why you think Jared Goff is the best quarterback play on the slate, pound for pound.
I don't know.
Talk me off this bridge because I love me some Jared Goff on slots. I'll play 4 players from this game and I won't blink an eye.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm looking around. I mean, I like Jared Goff. The weather concerns me a little bit. I know at this point there's a 60% chance of rain, showers, but I mean these are professionals. It's not like it's gonna be thunderstorms, but I mean it's a really good matchup. I do have some concerns. The Commanders are just not good right now. I have some concerns about the game getting out of control. I don't know what the over/under. What's the spread right now?
8.
Yeah, I see this could get out of control. I see this could be a Gibbs bounce back game because I know everybody's jumped off the Gibbs, train after last week screwing everybody.
Yeah, he done that to me a lot last week too.
Yeah, but I see this game getting out of control. Mark Mariota, rain. So, yeah, that's my only concern, the game getting out of control.
Yeah, I don't know if the game stays competitive enough for it to see a ceiling, but also I can see a reason that Dan Campbell won't stop coming off that loss. I think they'll want to punch somebody in the throat, and the Commanders seem like the next victim. You know what I mean? But I think we could definitely see a lot of Jared Goff here with Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Yeah.
21% though is concerning. I just don't like playing chalk receivers really. But I don't know, man. It just seems like a good spot for St. Brown.
I mean, that's the difference between, Jackson Smith and Jigba and Amara. Like Amara has this crazy variance. Jackson Smith, he always gets his points.
Yeah, JSN's getting like 25 a game no matter what this week. Now St. Brown can definitely get you 38, 36. We've seen that.
Higher
That's
ceiling. He has a higher ceiling, but it's going to be a Gibbs game. It's going to be a Montgomery game. Is Williams going to get, J-Mo? What's going to happen? What's going to happen?
Right. And you mentioned one of my favorite players, priced down, I think could be getting involved more. J-Mo, 7%. I kind of like him a little better. Laporta, he's fine too. Like you said, the only thing concerned me about this game, 10% on Laporta, so pretty cheap, 4,400. Like you said, the only thing is scary is the competitiveness of this game. I don't think Washington can push him enough, but also don't think that Detroit will stop. So I'm kind of in limbo there. So I'll be getting to a lot of Jared Goff, triple stacks, double stacks. I won't single stack Goff. I think that's a no-no. If you do stack up Goff, make sure it's a double or a triple. Because Jared Goff gets there, he gets there with 5 touchdowns, four touchdowns. You know what I mean? Like 380 yards, something like that.
I mean, I think how I feel about Mariota. He's a bum. And with every week they get more and more tape, and he starts reverting back to the guy that I hated for the Falcons. And I can see the Lions defense. I mean, I like the Lions defense in this. I don't know. They're probably chalky as hell.
You talking about the Falcons days. What about the Titans days?
True.
Those were bad. You remember when they used to play every Thursday night, them versus Blake Bortles, Jacksonville Jaguars. They used to play every Thursday night. It seemed like you get Blake Bortles versus Mariota for some reason. And then King Henry like dying inside on the sidelines after running 200 yards and 2 touchdowns and basically being the only offensive piece out there. Yeah, we'll go ahead and say I like those stacks a lot, to say the least. I'll have a bunch of it. Like you said, I love Gibbs. 10% ownership. Should see, yeah, that's probably about right. Like you said, people are pissed off. They got burnt last week. Same price this week in a great spot, 8K. Yeah, I love Jahmyr Gibbs this week too. I also love David Montgomery. 5K, 8% ownership. Let's say I do love this game like I do, and I want to play it differently. That's one way to do it. You just play them both because that has been optimal before. What was the game? Let's check that split real quick versus Baltimore. They both went off. You remember Montgomery had
32.4 and Gibbs, 26.9. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. So that definitely can be optimal in range of outcomes. So I don't hate those two together. That's one way to play it weird. Nobody will have that. So that's a pretty good, interesting piece. But I do like Montgomery at 5K. I think that's good value. He should be likely to score a touchdown. If he gets you like 18 to 20, that's what you need out of him. So I think he can do that in a game they want to run away. That's who they bring in, the hammer. Yep. David Montgomery, run it down your face. I can see the Lions playing that script out too, just keep running them both down your face. They could probably rush for like 300 yards combined this week easily. So I don't hate that.
Yeah, I know I'm pissing off everybody in Maryland, but I just think it's going to be a massacre.
Yeah, it's going to be a bloodbath, I think. Dan Campbell's coming off that loss. Get right spot for the Lions here, so we'll be getting a lot of this game. Last game on the slate, another high total, Rams versus 49ers. Who you got in this game, Brave Bird?
Man, I mean, just about every single time I want to try to get cute and pivot away from the cooler.
Oh, I get cute and not play CMC, so
CMC is as well. I just got burned with the $9,900 JT last week, so I'm trying to square off $9,000 running backs. That's my only problem with CMC.
Yeah, I agree. I didn't play JT last week. That was too rich for my blood. Yeah, I didn't play a lot of JT last week, so I was okay with it. But CMC this week at 29% ownership at 9K. Can he burn you here? Can
Hell
he
yeah,
have?
against the Rams defense? Heck yeah.
Yeah, he could probably cut you for 29. So he's kind of one of those players where if you don't play him, just pray that he doesn't bury you and he gets like 22, 23. That's best case scenario for you. So I'll be playing some CMC. I think you kind of have to at this point. Works there, passing games there, everything's there for CMC. Like I said, Puka Nakua is fun at 18%. My thing with Puka is what's his ceiling? 30. We seen it, right? It was what, that 2 touchdown game he had against the Colts, I think, and he went for 36 or 38. So
Yeah,
that's
39
kind of
against
his
that game. Yep.
yeah. And he doesn't play a lot of like in games that they don't get up. I don't think he fully gets there. This game could be a get up game, but also a divisional game too, so it should be played pretty tough. Maybe lower scoring than what people expect. So I kind of want to get off this game a little bit. Of course, I'll have some pieces. Interested in this receiving core, Devontae Adams, 6%, $7,700. Does that interest you?
I mean, I would play down to Ibuka. I'm thinking of the bigger picture. Ibuka
Yeah, it's
7,000.
just kind of 7,700 is a little steep for Devontae's role. He's more of a like 2 touchdown guy, but he only gets like 17 points. So yeah,
And the
not
same thing. Well, let me just throw it out there with Nakua. I would play down to Jackson Smith and Jigba.
and St. Brown, yeah.
Yeah, and St. Brown. So in a vacuum, you asked me, Nakua is always good, but I would definitely. It's just I would with Smith.
The ceilings are higher on JSN and Amon-Ra.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, like you said, I don't hate it, but I don't love it either. Quarterbacks, you getting any Stafford at 4% or Brock Purdy possibly, or Mac Jones? Mac Jones at 5K. Now that is kind of interesting. Mac Jones stacks are 5K. I mean,
I
on
think
a
Purdy
week you
might play
need.
though, right? Is he going to play?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, he'd be the number 2 if he is active. Okay, so Mac Jones. Okay.
I think Mac Jones is fun at 5K. No ownership. If you want to get leverage off CMC, play Kendrick Bourne, George Kittle with a Mac Jones stack. That's one way to get different. I don't hate that. Kittle's just kind of priced up, so not in love with that. What's Bourne's price? Jesus Christ, it's Kendrick Bourne.
Yeah, I like Jennings if I was going to pick anybody over.
Yeah, 4,500 for Kendrick Bourne at 1% ownership. Jennings probably pulling ownership 15% at 4,600. So I like Bourne better at 45. I think they're the same player, but
I agree.
yeah, just not really in on that wholeheartedly, I guess. I do like Mac Jones though. You could run Mac Jones doubles with him, Bourne and Juwan Jennings, and I wouldn't hate it. So
yeah, and kind of like getting back to something we talked about earlier, man. Jennings is 46, and we were talking about Slayton. I would play down for Slayton at 43. That seems like a better play.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, like you said, we're searching for ceiling. Just kind of those guys kind of have like.
Yep.
Well, I guess you remember last year Jennings did have a pretty crazy ceiling. It was like 46 points, I think he scored one week. So, yeah, I'm okay though. I like Kyron Williams and kind of get the heck out of here. That's kind of my plan. 15%. Yeah. All right. Well, that does all the games this week. Did you have anything else to add? Let's hear it. Give me your top, and we'll do a lineup real quick. But give me your top quarterback play of the week. Who do you think scores the most raw points this week?
Ooh, raw points. Oh wow. Raw points. I mean, I think it might be Josh Allen, man. I guess the Lamar Jackson game is more competitive. I'm gonna say Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson raw points. Forget value, just Lamar Jackson. What about you?
Yeah, I tend to agree. Raw points, it's either him or golf. Tied for me. Take a coin flip on either one. One of them's probably going to get 32. I just don't know which one. Yeah, so that's probably my favorite play. I'm gonna pause.
Where was the pain, Jameis?
Yeah, just pain. It was pain everywhere. So we got to keep on pushing through and being resilient.
Saquon Barkley. I swear, Saquon Barkley is the best. Right? We survived the Giants, and now the Eagles got Saquon Barkley. Lord have mercy, man.
Ball and lines it down the field. Caught by Cribbs at the 8-yard line, up the middle 10. He's to the 20. He's to the 25, 30, 35, 40. He's down the sideline, 50. I think he's going to go. He's to the 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Joshua Cribbs.
Well, I did not mean to play that intro, but we're back again after a little break there. We'll go ahead and jump into some lineups, make a few up, let the people see kind of what we're thinking this week. All right. Yeah, we'll make a lineup or two, and then we will get out of here. Share screen. All right. So first off, like you said, your favorite raw points player this week is Lamar Jackson. Who's your favorite mid-range? Do you want to go chalky build here?
Dart in the mid-range. If you consider him mid-range, Dart or May. I guess Dart, yeah.
Yeah, I like Dart too this week. I think we both kind of agreed on that's a pretty decent spot there. Do you like Rico Dowdle in this situation?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, I like Rico Dowdle too. And I kind of like Kyle Monunga on the other side of this Jackson Dart game. I don't think that's too terrible of a play.
Nope.
Now the question is, who do you stack Dart with if you're going for a tournament build here? Or do you need to? I mean, I don't think you need to if you don't want to.
Yeah, I mean, he has a couple of rushing touchdowns. Yeah, he has 4. So
yeah. I wouldn't blame you if you wanted to, naked stack Jackson Dart. That's fine.
Yeah, I've done that with quarterbacks like him that that'll get a touchdown on the ground.
Right. Who else do you want to lock in here at receiver? First receiver off the slate. You want to go up?
Smith and Jigba. Let's start up with Smith and Jigba.
Yeah, we like JSN. I think I want to plug in kind of a mid-range guy that I kind of have some hope for this week. I'm going to say Jordan Addison at 5,400. Kind of open up our salary here a little bit, give us a little room to breathe. So we're not punting off here at the end of this thing. So we got Jackson Dart, Rico Dowdle, Kyle Monunga, JSN, Jordan Addison, 18.4 left on the salary, 46 per player. Who do we go next here? Do you want to lock in a tight end?
I was thinking that. Were we thinking Andrews or are you thinking someone else?
I don't hate Andrews. I think he's good. I don't know. Like I said, I would probably prefer him with Lamar, but I mean, you could one off this game too. That's no issue. So we go Andrews into flex there. Leaves us $5K per player. What makes sense in this lineup?
Well, you want to jump to defense and come back? What do you think? What defense are you looking at?
Yeah, this week I was thinking about the Jags, but they're kind of chalk. So I don't hate the. I guess we do because we're playing Rico, but.
What about the Browns?
Yeah, I like the Browns. That's probably the best. Well, you said you like the Jets too.
But yeah, you made a good point there. They're weakened. I like the Browns. It's worth the extra $100.
Yeah. Well, I think they're kind of the same organization there. Quite possibly. So we got 12 left over. Receiver and a flex. Do you want to lock in a stud here in our flex?
That works. We said tight end, right? We're thinking tight end.
We can double tight end this up if you want. We can get some value here in the flex. Do you want to spend up or do you want to spend down on our double tight end?
You were talking Henry. I didn't have a problem with Henry, but if you want to pay up, I think we could with McBride. What are your thoughts?
I think he might be on to something here. Oh, wow. This opens up a lot. 8,700 left over. You can get exposure there with St. Brown. I mean, just look what double tight end does to your lineup. It just allows so much, man. Mark Andrews, Hunter Henry, Jackson Dart, Rico Dowdle, Kyle Monunga, JSN, Jordan Addison, St. Brown. So we're going with JSN and St. Brown, which is kind of crazy. We got the mini stack, Andrews and Addison. We have Hunter Henry naked here. So, yeah, I don't hate that. I think that's pretty fun. Jets D, of course, 300 left over. So if you didn't want to go to the Jets, you could get up to the Texans, which I don't hate.
That's not bad. That's not bad at all.
And, that's not a bad spend up at home playing
At home,
Jacksonville. Divisional game. Should be a pretty crappy game there, so probably low scoring. So I don't hate the Texans. That's a pretty good lineup right there for a tournament, I think. Jackson Dart, Rico Dowdle. All right, so we'll build one more. We'll go off the wall with this one, and I want to lock in one player before we start. Rashid Shaheed.
All right.
I know it's a little out there, so we can't play JSN with this angle.
Nope.
I don't think at least. I mean, until like you said, it could happen, but in that situation, we'd run Darnold, and we didn't really like Darnold. So, who do you like next? Give me anybody, quarterback, receiver. I don't care.
Let's get crazy with McBride. This one's crazy. Let's get with McBride. Let's pay up.
So paying up for tight end. So I assume you want to go Brisket at quarterback.
Yeah, Jacoby.
All right. So how much salary did we just burn there? We burnt 11, 15, 16K, 3 players. So not too terrible there. Kind of a game stack, so it makes sense. I mean, you're dialing things down. And I want to put in one more player, and this is going to be even nastier, but I think we can make some sense out of this thing. I said I like Marv on a triple. I don't hate that, but I'm not going there. I'm going a little bit down to JMO at 49. So we're almost double punting down there at receiver. So what I'm expecting here is two burners that can burn a slate, Rashid Shaheed and JMO. If they both hit, we'll take all the monies. Rashid Shaheed going for a 30 burger, JMO going for a 30 burger is in the range of outcomes. Both pretty decent game scripts. So yeah, I don't hate that. Give me a good running back. Who do you like at running back this week? Other than Dowdle. I mean, I guess we said we both like Dowdle. You kind of got to play him.
I mean, let's see if we can fit in McCaffrey. We may have to bag him out. Let's try McCaffrey. I don't know if it's possible, but let's want to try McCaffrey.
Yeah, we can go McCaffrey. I think I can make this work. If we go there, I said I kind of liked Aaron Jones.
Yeah. 5,200.
Decisions. You know, a weird way to play this could be with this little situation right here. Ken Bone Walker at 53. Just
Walker looked good. Walker didn't look washed up. I mean, his fantasy points are terrible, but
yeah, I'm just betting on the game. If I'm thinking this game's going to go off, I want all the pieces around it. Yeah. We learned that with Tampa Bay and Darnold stacks that 1 week. I love Darnold, but I did not have enough Ibuka. I only had Godwin and someone else. Rashad White, I think, as a week I played him. But yeah, I like Ken Bone Walker at 51. I like him by himself too. We didn't talk much about that. I think he's a decent play at 5,300 too. Should see no ownership. I'll double check. Kenneth Walker, 5% ownership, so don't hate that either. Lock us in another receiver here. We got the monies.
Nakua, let's go Nakua. Let's get crazy. Is that possible? Is that too crazy?
No, we can do it.
Okay.
And we definitely can do it with 2 tight ends. Who do we want for defense? Let's punt away here at defense.
I'm fine with that.
Give me like the
how nasty can we get?
Give me the Saints.
Saints.
No, give me the Saints We're not playing Rico Dowdle.
Okay.
So if we're going to punt there, we'll go with the Saints. 39 left over. We can do whatever we want.
I mean, Tennessee had two defensive touchdowns last week. The Titans were, I think, in the Millie Maker, right? I mean, they were Titans.
Titans cooked me. I picked the wrong team. I had the Panthers. I had the wrong bum. I played like 45% Panthers last week. So that's usually what I'll do. I'll pick 4 defenses and just go crazy over on one of them and then distribute the rest. It's a roll of the dice, like, as last week proves. And I say it every week. I wish they would get rid of it because it's quite honestly stupid. But it's gambling. So basically that's what the defensive position is, because you cannot project a defense unless you're projecting against no, you can't, because the Chargers played the Titans last week and got absolutely mollywopped. Should have lost the game, in all honesty. But Saints defense at 24. I think it's a good punt. Let's just get to Andrews at double tight. I think double tight end is going to be almost optimal this week.
I agree.
I think it really could with Andrews. If Andrews does what I think he'll do, it should be. But you can do anything here. You could go Cade Otton if you wanted. Like we said, we'd like that game environment.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah, McBride, Cade Otton, Saints D, Puka Nacua, J-Mo, Rashid Shaheed, Ken Walker, CMC, Jacoby Brisket. All right, so we'll do one more quick thing. I like a few of these pieces, but I want to take out Brisket and McBride, move Cade Otton up to the tight end, and just kind of see what we get. QB, oh, man, we said I like golf this week. I think I like golf. I'm just kind of see what this will let us do. Won't let you do this, but you could take out that, put in this. You got the triple there. You move over to 5K. You can almost kind of do what you like at receiver, kind of. No, not really.
The injuries.
Yeah, just a lot of injuries, man. Maybe you don't go Jared Goff. Just spend up for Lamar.
Yep.
And then throw in Andrews with a double tight end there.
33 or whatever.
Yeah, if you put in Andrews here, don't go whatever his name was, Cade Otton, 46 left over. Should be able to spend up, I think. Yeah, you could spend up for Laporta in this situation. Well, you don't really want to. Yeah. Kendrick Bourne, we kind of liked as a one-off coming back off that San Francisco game. I don't hate that. He could go for 100. We've seen that.
What about what's his name? I was looking at Ted Johnson for Tampa. At 45.
Yeah, what's he at? He's at 45 too. Ted Johnson. I just seen a name. Amari DiMercado's a flyer too this week too. Shouldn't be owned.
Yeah,
I think he's good pass catching back too, so I like that play, and I'll put that out there too. I do like a little bit of Amari DiMercado, but it's getting late, Brave Bird. It's been a fun show, brother. The people glad you're back, man. I'll have this video out tomorrow for you guys, so you'll be able to watch it for Sunday's game. One day I'm going to get my live stream working, and I'm going to record every Sunday. Just StreamYard seems to fail me. I can't connect my YouTube to it, so I'm trying to call them and figure it out, but it's irritating. But let the people know where they can find you, man. Thanks for coming on the show. I like doing the show with you. I think we kind of got a little weekly occurrence, so hopefully we'll keep it going for the rest of the year. Brave Bird, let the people know where they can find you, man.
Yeah, definitely. You can find me mostly on YouTube. I'm also on X, but just look me up on YouTube. And like I said, I probably put out about five videos a week. But otherwise, man, it's been great, man. You keep me young, man. You keep me young. Keep me on my toes.
Yeah, I appreciate it, brother. Well, I hope you have a good week this week. Let's try to bank us one, man. I'd like to get us a nice tournament takedown. I feel good this week. I think there's some good plays. We got some edge on. So double tight end, folks. I think this is another double tight end week. I'm seeing a lot of value there. So, yeah, brother, this has been a fun show, man. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks, man.
All right, man. See you later.
All right.